Good morning, YouTube. So there's been a bit of a controversy, I guess you would say, on the motor vlogging community in YouTube, where a group of motovloggers had been participating in a session called Mototalks. And Mototalks was essentially just this topic-based conversation that a couple of motovloggers were doing. And then some much bigger motovloggers actually started their own Mototalks. And they claimed to have no knowledge of it beforehand, which I don't doubt at all. It's pretty easy to miss, other people on YouTube. It's pretty hard to see everyone that's on there. Even when they're pretty big, some channels don't come up on your feed and you just can't know everything on YouTube. And that's kind of my stance on it, is that I really don't think that this was something done in spite or trying to steal Mototalks from anyone else. But I can understand how that feels too. Like, it certainly would feel that way if you were the creator of it. But from what I was seeing, it seemed like people who allegedly were stealing Mototalks were trying to get in contact with the original creator of it to try and work something out or whatever else. And it appears that he didn't want to have anything to do with that, which is unfortunate. I don't know what happened or what was said between them privately or what wasn't said. I feel like if I created my own series called Mototalks as a small moto vlogger and then someone big had taken it over, I don't know if I would have been necessarily defensive about it to the point where I wanted to take litigation or legal action against them. Or I don't know if you consider the copyright infringement stuff really legal action. I guess it is, but either way, I feel like it could have been worked out better. But at the same time, there are a bunch of people who are like fans of Walterific or Motonosity and Chase on Two Wheels that are like getting really up in arms and kind of bashing this guy, and I don't think that's fair either. I mean, I am in this community and I'm not a big motor vlogger at all. Like, yeah, I'm really small time. I'm smaller time than both Walterific and all those other guys and the small-time motovlogger that they're talking about, Goatfather, that created this series and is upset about it. So my opinion in this is like, I would have tried to collaborate at the least, or worked something out instead of just cutting a tie with a fellow community member. It just seems something that could have worked out a lot better. You can't really consider it stealing when, I mean, it's not that uncommon of a concept, or it's not that far-fetched. It's not like he had some specific game show format called Mototalks that they directly ripped off. Like, the whole concept of Mototalks is just, talking about issues or whatever else in the community and sharing that on YouTube. And yeah, okay, they were the exact same what Chase on Two Wheels and the other guys were doing, and what Goatfather had already been doing for a little bit of time. But at the same time, like, it doesn't change the fact that these are, you know, it's a relatively simple concept that's not, I don't know. I don't think it's really, I just didn't see it as that much of a big deal. But yet again, I'm not the creator of this content in either in either side, so I can't really offer up a complete opinion that way, right? Oh yeah, buddy. Riding your bicycle with the liquor under your arm, hey? Go for it. Mototalks is a really cool idea. Like, it gets people talking about stuff and like issues in the community or whatever else, or things that, you know, people may not be aware of, and you're making them aware of something. And I thought that that was the whole point of it, and if more people were joining in, the better. But I can understand people being upset about an idea that seems like it was taken from them or whatever else, but I genuinely believe that they just simply didn't know. You know, Chase on Two Wheels, Walterific, Motonosity and stuff, they just didn't know that another Mototalks existed. And that's not like trying to insult the other motovlogger and stuff. That's simply because the community is large, and there are a lot of really great people in the community, but it's hard to know everybody, and it's hard to keep tabs on what everyone does. Especially when you're one of the larger ones that is constantly, like, they deal with a ton of fandom and everything else, and so they always on a constant basis have to deal with a lot of people sending them fan mail and everything else, and I'm sure that they just don't have the time for checking up on all the other motovloggers. Like, even if I jumped from my current amount of subs to another 1,000 or even 5,000 subs, I'm sure that they'd still may not even know of my existence, and that's like, and that's just the reality of YouTube, that there are so many people doing so many things out there. It's just got to be impossible to keep tabs on even your own community, considering that the motor vlogging community has become just exploded in the last couple of years. I feel like it's just a poor misunderstanding, which is really unfortunate, because I've always found this community to be really generous and just really nice. I mean, the whole rider mentality has always been so nice to me, so I always felt the community on YouTube was pretty much the same deal.